Newcastle have decided to get rid of Eddie Howe, and instead they have hired me as their new manager. However, they then made the shock appointment of hiring my dad as the head of recruitment, meaning each season I will have to give him a brief of what I think the squad needs, and he is going to go out and decide who to sell and who to buy. And with massive transfers already leaving the club, such as Anthony Gordon and Sandro Tonali, we need to stop this Newcastle ship from sinking. Now, after assessing the squad to begin with, I've picked out what I think this Newcastle side needs. With Aston Villa trying to hijack the deal of Yohan Mazambi, I want him in a Newcastle shirt. I also am very happy to accept any bids of Bruno Guimaraes, as he expressed his desire to leave the club, so long as a replacement is brought in. But the big thing for me this season is a new winger, preferably an elite talent who can play on both flanks. So let's see who Omega Dad has brought in for me. Dad, we've taken over Newcastle. Well, I have taken over Newcastle as basically the manager, but they've hired you to deal with all of the transfers.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that. How many keepers do you want?
Well, yeah, let's hope not. So, as everything, when it comes to a management and a transfer sort of dealings with the club themselves, managers always have some kind of instructions. Maybe they have a certain player that they really want.
Yep.
They know the system that they want to play, so they know what they need in their squad. And that's what we have done this season. So for season number 1, it was quite simple, really. Newcastle missed out on their midfield target, Yohan Mazambi. At this point, when we downloaded the database, it didn't have Mazambi at Aston Villa yet. So one of your targets was to go out and achieve Mazambi.
Yeah.
And then when I was looking at the squad, I thought right winger, we could really do with another right winger. But also with the links of Bruno Guimaraes potentially leaving to go to Arsenal.
Yeah.
Those are the 3 that I put up. So if we're looking at the transfer history this season and we're looking across the players that left, we do not have Bruno Guimaraes leaving the club.
No, all the rumours are wrong.
Yeah.
No one wanted him.
So Tonali gone, obviously, already. But yeah, Bruno Guimaraes has stayed. No Lewis Hall going either. I think Newcastle fans will be pretty pleased with.
Definitely, yeah.
However, Yohan Mazambi is at the club.
I got the boy.
Got the deal done.
Went out and got him. Yeah, what a sign that is.
Looked like a fantastic player in the World Cup for Switzerland as well.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
And Aston Villa have snatched him from the grass of Newcastle in real life, but Dad got it done for me. However, I asked for that right midfielder, and I am really happy with the player that you've brought in. It's got to be said. Fermin, he plays in loads of different positions.
When this guy come up available as well, when you look at the positions he's playing in, I thought, well, that's a pretty bonus for you then, isn't it?
Yeah, lots of options, but especially on that right-hand side, he's a fantastic, very technical type of player. So I'm really happy with that. Thank you very much, Dad. Now, it was a big transfer as well, an £84 million move from Barcelona, but he's hit the ground running.
Oh, here we go. I'm really pleased with that. Really
what
pleased.
A start to the
I'm
season.
sitting up in the grandstand watching this thinking, hey, happy days.
Done your job.
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at the matchday squad. What am I rocking with this season? I'm going with a 4-3-3. I think that's kind of what we are, squad-wise, what we do have the best types of players for. And it kind of makes sure that Fermin stays in that right-wing spot. Because I'm also locking in Johan Visa on the left-hand side. I think playing him from the left with Voltemada up front gives us a lot of options because they don't necessarily have a good left winger who naturally goes straight in there after the loss, of course, of Anthony Gordon going to Barcelona. So Mazambi, I'm locking into that centre midfield slot as well. If we were to pick the best 11 around those positions, Mazambi goes in alongside Bruno and Joelinton. It puts Murphy there. It isn't going to be Murphy. I don't know why it's not just putting Fermin into that position right now, but we are going to see Fermin playing there. We got Livramento and Lewis Hall as the fullbacks. Happy with that. The centre-back partnerships. It could obviously be Shah and Botman, but there's obviously Malik Thal, who's good. And Big Dan Burn, who I'm so glad you didn't sell.
I ain't selling him.
So glad he is still at the club. So
no way am I going to sell that guy.
There we go. Right. Okay, so that's what we're looking at. And at the start of the season, with Fermin having such a great start, you probably think, well, Newcastle's obviously had a good start. And it has been okay, I would say. A loss there to Fulham on the second day of the season is a tricky one to take. They have signed Riyad Mahrez there, but with a new manager who hasn't played in the Premier League and Arbeloa, and of course, being at home, I would expect that to have been a win. I'm disappointed
100%.
that I didn't manage to pull off the win there, especially because it's off the back of a 3-0 win at a very good Brentford side with Keith Andrews.
Yeah, clean sheet, very good.
Ellen Road is always a tricky place to go to, but we did pick up a 93rd minute equaliser. This is when it gets really good, though. We are through to the fourth round of the Cup with wins over Norwich and Swindon Town, but a 1-0 home win against Manchester City with a target that Manchester City are rumoured to be going for in Tino Livramento, scoring the only goal of the game. So it's a fantastic start to the season. So obviously we're not doing points for this one because we're not against each other. We're working together. Let's see what we can do in this first season. If you try quitting vaping or smoking and always found yourself going back, you need to try our latest sponsor, Fume. Fume is a flavoured air device designed to help people quit vaping and smoking by breaking the hand-to-mouth pattern. It's simple, natural, and honestly, it's kind of genius. There's no nicotine, no batteries or vapour, just a weighted, twisty, fidget-friendly tool that gives your hand something better to reach for when cravings show up. As you can see, this is a very sleek looking object with a very satisfying feel. It's kind of weighty too, and I like the little fidgetness of it. Flavour wise, I went for the crisp mint flavour. I'm a big mint flavour guy, and there's loads of different flavours that you can potentially get. But even as someone who's never smoked before, I was quite surprised with how much I enjoyed it. There's no nicotine, there's no vapor and no batteries. It's designed to help you get out of the bad habit. And so if you want to quit today, use the link in the top description or head to tryfume.com. That's TRYFUM.com. And if you use the code Omega Luke, you get yourself a free Fume topper when you grab the Journey Pack. So join the over 1 million people who have used Fume to help them quit. Take that first step and use the link in the top description or scan the QR code on screen right now. And thank you very much to Fume for supporting today's video. Well, it's the first season complete, and I think we can be really happy with that.
Yes, definitely.
Because on the front of it, you finish in 6th place. We finish in 6th place. But on the final day, you overtake Liverpool. You finish above both Manchester United and Chelsea.
Yes.
You're kind of unlucky that Brentford have finished an unbelievable season. That doesn't happen very often. I think the most shocking thing is that Aston Villa's won the league.
100%. That is a big, big shock in it. But
in season 1, by the way. That's absolutely crazy.
Very good.
But yeah, Tottenham's come back with a bang, obviously, with the signings that they have made. I bet you're very happy with that, by the way.
Buzzing.
Yeah.
Can't wait for the season to start.
So I think Newcastle could be very pleased with that. And also, they're only 1 win away from actually finishing in 4th place themselves.
Yeah.
So I think that's a good start to this 5 years with only 8 losses. Not too many losses at all. And it doesn't look like we took any tankings either, other than a Crystal Palace 4-0 when they finished in 9th place. So 19 wins, 11 draws. It was just too many draws by the looks of it. Just too many draws. So we're all good with that. Now, player statistics, I very much doubt we're going to see one of our strikers up there because Erling Haaland is still knocking around and he's got 31 goals in 35 games. But Voltemada got 15 in 34. It's not bad. It's just not amazing, I think, in that first season. And I think maybe that's something that we can look at in the future. Some interesting signings did happen, though. Darwin Núñez has gone to Everton, which, as a former Liverpool player... Ooh, crazy. So that's an interesting one. But yeah, I think... going on, maybe we can look to find a striker in the future. But of course, I need to assess the squad and decide what I want as my transfer requirements for season number 2 to give to Dad before we have a look at this next transfer window. So let's have an assess the squad. Well, actually, first, how do we get on the other competitions? Well, FA Cup was won and the Carabao Cup, both won by Liverpool. So we did not get even to the final in the Carabao Cup. That was a Merseyside final. We lost, in fact, to Liverpool in the quarter-final stage. And in the FA Cup, where Liverpool beat Manchester United in the final.
2 good wins for them and 2 good finals.
Yeah. 5th round. Oh, I nailed it again. 5th round, Millwall 3-1. It's a bad result.
Bad result there, yeah.
Bad result. I do think the 4-3-3 is definitely the right way to go. Maybe I've got the instructions wrong on that one. We will be playing in the Europa League next season, though, by the looks of it, in 6th place. So that's good. That's a trophy that we can really try and go for this year. Yeah. But will we need to really push the squad on and maybe lose some players and bring in some better ones? Because I'm already looking at the goalkeeper, Nick Pope, as a 2-star keeper. And he's played 57 games. I mean, his attributes don't look too bad. But I know what my dad likes. He loves signing goalkeepers. Do I let him go off the hook and sign a keeper in season 2? That's an interesting one. Now, goals-wise, Voltemada did get the most for 27. Across the season, that don't look too bad at all, really.
No, it don't, does it, really?
Johan Visa only got 15 and 9. I was expecting a little bit more than that, I must admit. He did have more goals, but he had less assists than Fermin, who had a much better season if you go and buy the rating.
Yeah.
However, I think, considering how well he started, I expected to see way more than that.
Definitely. Yeah.
I'm glad that he got he might even be one of the highest. I think Lewis Hall had the best, the fullbacks. The fullbacks had the best season for us, which is great. But Fermin, as an average rating, was the third best player in there. Fourth, Yohan Mazambi.
Yeah.
So there we go, in midfield, and he has developed as well, quite well.
Looking good.
The 21-year-old midfielder is definitely a future player that we can build around this rebuild for the next 4 seasons after this. So now I'm looking at it and thinking, okay, I'm assessing the squad. I definitely think a goalkeeper might be the way to go, but there's definitely other things that we need to look at, and we've been given £133 million to spend. So I'm going to assess what I want in the transfer market and give the instructions to Dad. My instructions for Dad this summer was to find me a new number 1 goalkeeper, with Nick Pope looking rather rubbish, and also sign a centre midfielder or a number 10. And I left that option open because I'm not sure what tactic to go with next season. That season number 2. And yeah, Nick Pope gone. £7.25 million. Now, the requirements weren't that you had to actually get rid of the keeper.
No, I didn't know.
But bringing a new one in, it makes sense to try and profit from the other ones.
Well, you asked for a new keeper, so the 3 keepers that you had on the books, one was resigning, well, one was retiring. I had an offer for Nick Pope, and the other keeper wanted to go as well.
Yeah.
So I thought, happy days. I can sign 2 goalkeepers.
You could, yeah, which is something that you really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Now, another £13 million did leave the club. We have got £11 million for Cordero there, which is most expensive. And then Archie Goodinson went for £1.3 million. So the players on the ins then, I needed that number 1 goalkeeper, but now I also need a backup keeper. And the backup keeper, I think, is an unbelievable backup keeper. On a free transfer as well.
Oh, even better, isn't it?
Marvin Keller.
Yes, very good.
Swiss
25 years
keeper,
of age, so very young as well, yeah. So he's there for a few years now, isn't he? And he was quite happy to be reserve keeper.
Yeah, so he looks very good. I'm happy with that. That's a good backup goalkeeper to have. Better than the original backup. But also, I think if we do lose our number 1 keeper, for whatever reason, injury, suspension, I wouldn't mind him being in the side.
No,
at all.
Yeah.
So yeah, very happy with that one. Marvin Keller. But the 2 main signings that Dad got, Bart Verbruggen as the number 1, still young, 25 years of age, Premier League proven, very good goalkeeper. I'm happy with that for my my new number 1.
I'm pleased with that because I was very happy with getting him in as well. Yeah, like you say, Premiership proven.
£47 million.
And I didn't think that one a bad price.
Didn't break the bank.
Keeper with that experience.
Absolutely not. The big signing this summer, because of course we had over £100 million to spend, was on Warren Zaire-Emery. So the requirement was either a number 10 or a centre midfielder, because if you got me a number 10, then maybe I would think about potentially going in a number 10 spot. But bringing in Warren Zaire-Emery, I'm really pleased with because of the amount of different positions that he can cover.
Yeah.
If we are only playing 2 centre midfielders and not a defensive midfielder, he's brilliant. If we are playing defensive midfielder, what a great deep line playmaker or box-to-box player.
100%, yeah.
However, if Tino Livramento is injured one day, we have got one of the best backup right backs that you could potentially have. Attribute-wise, he's phenomenal at right back.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
He's 21 years of age, and he only cost Dad £90 million.
I was so surprised that 1, PSG let him go, and 2, he wanted to come. So, I'm running with that. Thank you very much.
A very smart move. I think so far, we haven't had one stinker of a signing yet. I think you've done very well. 5 signings in, I'm happy with all 5.
That's hard to keep you happy, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Normally I am slating you for this, but I think you've done really well. So the matchday squad, I'm keeping it in a 4-3-3. I've just changed the style of it. I'm going for a tiki-taka style, a vertical tiki-taka. We have got players who can push the ball forward in better positions, and I'm not locking anyone in this year. The best 11 does come up with a little bit of a random suggestion from my point of view, because it puts Joelinton on the left-hand side and it chucks in Lewis Miley. Now, Manzambi had a great year last year being locked into that position, but if it means he is rotated, I'm fine with that also. We're playing Europa League football as well as Cup football as well, on top of the Premier League games. So I think we need to just let them play in this first year of having European football, because Lewis Miley Smiley is a quality player who does need game time.
Yep, definitely.
So if we're going to give him the game time, I'm happy with that as well. Keep that centre midfield slot quite strong with Bruno, Zaire Emery, and then either Manzambi, either Lewis Smiley, or of course Joelinton if he drops in there. That's absolutely fine too. So yeah, we'll see how this one plays out this year, because I think we were unlucky to have even better of a season last year. The fixture schedule though at the start, again, is a bit ropey until you really look at the clubs that we played, and starting things off, Man City, and they were down to 10 men and they still managed to score 2 goals.
Yeah.
But it is Man City at the end of the day. Now, Semenyo did score 2 goals to equalise quite late after being 2-0 up, and then they go down to 10 men. Annoying, but there we go. Tottenham, though, a Solanke goal wins the game at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
I'll take that anytime. Clean sheet.
You're supposed to be on my team now. Then Ipswich Town, 3-1. So we're back in winning ways. Zaire Emery gets a goal, Joelinton and Nick Voltemada. But a draw away to Wolves, newly promoted Wolves. However, we were 2-0 down.
Yeah, so you can class that as a good point one.
Yeah, Firmin showed character to pull back.
Yeah.
Then we stuffed Chelsea in the Carabao Cup.
That's a hell of a result.
And they had a good team out. Cole Palmer scored a goal. If you look at their team, they've signed Dusan Vlahovic. They've got Lee Kang in as well. Caicedo, Thuram in midfield with Lavia. They weren't messing around in this game. Al Hilali, who's a very good fullback, we still battered them. And they have Knutson, who normally is the guy from Norway who manages Bodo Glimt.
Yeah.
Always goes to Man United and does really well. Chelsea have already got rid of Xabi Alonso after his 10th place finish, and they have done really well there. So we're good. We're flying. We're in the Carabao Cup, but we do have Europa League fixtures as well. Red Bull Salzburg to begin with. We've got Lertz in there as well, Victoria Poulsen, AZ Alkmaar, Slovan Bratislava, Rosenborg, ending with Besiktas and Real Betis. On the front of what we have to do, very much capable of going through to the next round.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But what about the other teams in the Europa League? Is there anybody that's in there that you think if you get to them in the final stages, you're going to struggle straight away?
Liverpool.
It's Liverpool.
Yeah.
You look at that, bang, it's Liverpool.
Yeah.
Atalanta's in there, potentially could cause us trouble. AC Milan, of course. Monaco's another one, depending on how well they've managed to keep all of their players.
Benfica's in there, mate. I've got to say
Benfica too, yeah. Of course, your friend Tony Smith has just made his move to the Premier League.
Come on, I've been saying for years that guy's someone in the Premier League got to buy him.
Yeah, it's not been fully confirmed yet, but it looks like it's going to happen.
I'd love to be watching him
Tony
in the Premier
Smith,
League.
So
yeah.
might be a video for the future.
Watch a game now, yeah.
Yeah. Well, you just going to watch a Bournemouth game just for the player.
Bloody right.
Tony!
Hey!
And he's like, who the fuck's Tony? Yeah. So there we go. So that's definitely a few clubs in there that could cause us trouble and maybe stop us from winning the Europa League. But season number 2 of Newcastle then. I'm happy with the signing so far. Let's get it done on the pitch though. Now, the season finished and we're in 7th place. Again, I think this is a bit of a disappointment though.
Yeah.
We've dropped off from last year. If you're looking at last year, we had 68 points and we were unlucky not to finish in 4th place. We've done very well. Liverpool, from 7th, finished 1st. Aston Villa's held on to a top 3 place, but Brighton this time have overtook us with 65 points. We've dropped down to 62 points. Still above some big clubs, by the way, but I'm disappointed with that still.
I've got to be disappointed. Yeah, you definitely, really, because we haven't improved, really, have we?
No. Definitely not. We've conceded far too many goals. I'm looking at that. Look, we are way far above any of the clubs above us.
Yeah.
But we've scored more, which is nice, all the way up until Manchester City in 2nd place, which is great. Lost 10 games. Now, we lost both games against Manchester United, even though they finished below us, but we lost 6-0 to Brighton. Absolutely stuffed us. So that's cost us big time in there.
Yeah.
I think we're still drawing
That's
way
11
too many games
again.
too. Yeah.
2 seasons in a row, 11 games. Too much.
So, yeah, I think, but is that because we've had good runs in the Cup and it's cost us?
Yeah.
Our final few games of the season, we did win 3, but we drew and lost in the final game of the season where we lost to Manchester United. Now, player statistics, I can see the big man has already got 40 goals. That's absolutely disgusting, but Isak's got 25. Our striker, Voltemada, 11. That's not good enough.
That's why we are where we are.
Yeah. Even Darwin Nunez is scoring more goals than us. Something to really look at and be disappointed with. What about assists, though? Now, I do hate that we have to scroll all the way down to find assists, but do we have any players in there? No. Firmin has 8. Alanga has 9. I'm disappointed with that, too.
Yep.
I was hoping we'd have a player in around here who's just, just chipping away.
If we ain't got very many assists, then the striker's not going to score many goals, is he? Really?
Absolutely,
so,
yeah. So that's disappointing as well. Will the season be saved, though, because of some silverware? That's what we've got to hope. So let's have a look. The Europa League runners-up in extra time to AC Milan. It's a late goal as well that they've equalised.
It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Very disappointing. I was going to say it's Ruben Amorim's, but he's already been sacked by the looks of it, and it's somebody else. But they do have, of course, Gonzalo Ramos this season. He didn't score or get an assist in this. Bartosegui from left back, who came off the bench and got the winner. What I will say, though, we are extremely unlucky in this game because look at the shots and shots on target.
I'll tell you what else I'm looking at as well is just the team that actually played on the day. Look,
yeah,
there's a few players missing from that.
Definitely, Firmin's dropped into centre midfield. We haven't got Bruno Guimaraes on the pitch. Manzambi's playing defensive midfield, which I necessarily wouldn't have wanted to happen either. Verbruggen's had a bit of a stinker, and if you're looking at the other side, their goalkeeper Maticic 8.1. We had 26 shots. 14 on target. He has made 13 saves.
Yeah.
But no clear-cut chances.
Weird, isn't it?
Yeah. So there's definitely something wrong
16
there.
16 corners as well we had.
Yeah. The match momentum even suggests that we were the stronger of the two teams and we're really unlucky. I think match momentum's now a thing I'm looking at because of the World Cup.
Yes.
It's always the graphic I'm coming up.
Yeah.
So, all right, let's have a look across the Europa League then, our run throughout the competition before we look at the other competitions as well. We topped the league phase. I mean, I mentioned we had an easy run there.
Yeah.
We've won all 8 games. We've only conceded 5 goals. That's a strong start. Into the round of 16, we knocked out Monaco, a team that I mentioned could be a tricky one. Quarter-final, we knock out the big boys Liverpool.
Yeah, that's a good result.
We've done all of the hard work here. Semi-final knocking out Union Berlin, who's done really well to get there. Setting up the perfect final if you're looking at it from a neutral standpoint. And unfortunately, we couldn't get the job done.
Disappointed with that.
Fell at the final hurdle, I think.
Yes, definitely, yeah.
The other competitions there, the Carabao Cup was won by Everton, who beat Arsenal in the final, so that's good for them. How far do we get in that competition? Again, penalty shootout in the 4th round against Middlesbrough. Disappointing. And in the FA Cup, Manchester City are the winners, and they beat us in the final.
We lost 2 finals.
Haaland got himself a hat-trick. Would you believe it? Of course he did. And again, the final squad that we're playing in that final is not great. You're having to rely on Harvey Barnes and Lasula to come off the bench to actually make a bit of a difference there, which is not fantastic. So, yeah, I mean, we're getting to the final. We're just not pushing it over the line, unfortunately, with the likes of Elliot Anderson and Rodri in the midfield, and you're looking at their team. That's pretty much one of their strongest sides. We've struggled.
Yeah.
We have struggled. Let's see how the squad have got on throughout statistics-wise, and then I'll assess and pick out what I want to see in the transfer market. Now, Voltemada, 22 goals. It's good, it's not great. You can see there, he got an injury, ruptured thigh muscle, which is basically what I had a couple of months ago. It's not a very nice injury at all. 2 to 7 weeks, he's still going to be out, which is the reason why he did not play in those finals.
Yeah.
We suffered from him not being on the pitch, I think, because though he didn't get as many goals, he was our top scorer still. Firmino, that's a much better season.
Yeah.
That is a good season to have. Zaire Emery, I'd argue that's even better.
Oh, it's a great season. He's played 48 games, but he wasn't in either of the finals.
No.
So did he get an injury as well?
Maybe. I mean, it doesn't say that he is there. I mean, we can have a look at the form-wise there and see whether he played. So, no, the Man City game. Oh, he did play in both, but he was coming off the bench. Why are you bringing a player off the bench?
So if he was fit, he should be starting.
Yeah. So he might have been struggling for fitness at the point, maybe like condition-wise. But yeah, I think we are. Alanga, the fact that we've got Alanga, who's playing 35 games, getting 13 and 21 goals, and he's not amazing, to be honest. Maybe that's another position that we need to look at. Manzambi is not doing too bad either. The development and growth in Manzambi,
very good.
The last 2 seasons has been fantastic. So this is, I think, a turning point now. We're doing all right, but we've missed out on 2 big finals there.
Yeah.
League campaign, we can't quite get things over the line. This is a massive summer for us. I think as a team we need to come together and put together some really good transfer strategy, and we got only £74 million to do so.
That's all right. I'm looking at that squad. There's a couple of players I feel that we can sort of lose to give me a little bit more of a transfer fee, but that all depends on what sort of, whether it's 1 player or 2 players you need. How much do I need?
Yeah. All right, well, I'm going to come up with my transfer requirements ahead of season number 3. For season number 3, we really lack depth at the centre-back position, so we need to bring in some new players there. I also asked, could we cash in on potentially Joe Linton or Anthony Alanga, who are both wanted by other clubs? But my dream signing this summer would be a brand new striker. Okay, well, straight away, I asked the question, can you cash in on either Joe Linton or Alanga? I noticed both of them were wanted by the club, or wanted by other clubs, and I thought I I don't mind losing either of them. Maybe not both, but definitely either of them.
Definitely a green light for me, yeah, for a 32-year-old.
Arguably the better one to lose. Yeah. I mean, although his attributes look phenomenal at 32 and only 13 natural fitness, to lose him to a rival who still are obviously the midfielder in real life, Joelinton, 32 years of age, going for £36 million. Not against that at all.
I think it was a good deal. So yeah, I was quite happy with that. You were happy with it squad wise, so yeah, job done.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, there are other players who have left the club as well. Toure has left, and he is gone, and as well as Asula. So that is 3 players you can play on that left wing, which might leave us a little bit short on there, but we'll have a look at the squad in a sec. There's a few other players who have gone out on loans. Mason Miley's left on a permanent, which is Lewis's brother. Hopefully that doesn't upset him too much. Yeah. But the one that I'm looking at as well, Sean Stour out on loan. That's his 3rd loan that you've given him, and I'm really pleased with that. That's a sign that Newcastle have made in real life, and he just hasn't quite made it to be a first team player yet. So we're still waiting for that to happen. He needs the game time. You've given it to him, so I'm pleased with that, to be honest. It's not been a requirement, but I'm just happy to see him go out. The players coming in, that's the most important thing for me this season, and there's only 3 signings, so let's take a look at them. Now, I asked you for a star-studded striker as a dream signing.
Yeah.
However, we were lacking depth at centre-back.
Yeah, we were.
We lost a couple of players to free transfers as well. I think Dan Burn retired as well. Which,
he did, yeah.
I mean, we were all in absolute tears. It was
a good night out,
a very sad day, but yeah, it was a good night out for the big man.
I've never felt so small.
Yeah. I bet his head was sore all the way up there after that drinking night. But yeah, Seth Vandenberg, £48 million from Brentford. I think this is a great signing.
Yeah,
good age as well.
Yeah, good age, good experience in the league as well. So yeah, I think that was a good sign. I'm pleased to get the guy in.
Yeah, he's 6'4", he can jump, he's got good pace as well, mental attributes, phenomenal player, decent on the ball as well, Premier League proven, all those boxes were ticked, and he didn't cost that much money.
No.
Less than £50 million for your starting centre-back. I think that's a great deal, Dad. Especially for his age. He's coming into his prime now. Then, Scalvini. Very fond of Scalvini anyway. He's a little bit younger, and he costs less. Not as good as a player, but definitely as a backup option. Really
That's right,
good.
yeah. We were short in depth. That's why I've got him in.
Yeah.
So he can use both feet as well, so he can cover either side. But yeah, good for a squad player.
Yeah, definitely. So we got 4 really good centre backs now, which is kind of where you want it to be, with like a 5th and a 6th for sort of like if you had 2 backups or for cup games, etc. Then I obviously was hoping for a dream striker. It wasn't a requirement, but that would have been if you can get it, bring it. Dad's brought it. Cost £81 million from Bayer Leverkusen, Christian Kafane. I think this is a solid signing because in the Premier League, you need the physicals.
Yeah.
It's a very physical league. We're losing if we're going to play one striker. Volta Mada's height up there.
Yeah, he does, yeah.
But this guy's coming in at 6'2", well. And he's still got great jump reach and still got great strength. So we're still holding on to the fact that we haven't lost if we're going to play a target type of player. If Volta Mada's not on the pitch, he's on it. We're still fine in that regard.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
But he's faster. And I think he's a better finisher too.
He's only 22 as well.
22 years of age, solid player, a little bit of growth and development still to go. I think it's a great signing again.
Thank you. I'm sort of looking after trying to bring in the youth into the team as well to help it out as well. So yeah, so it keeps you in a good squad for seasons to come. Yeah, really.
Now I was looking when you brought him in at his player traits, moves into channels, likes beat the offside trap. 2 really good player traits for a striker. Knocks ball past opponent, fantastic when you're that fast and agile with good dribbling ability. Again, I'm looking at the tactic and I've made some switches around for what I think will be better in terms of that. We've got a channel forward, etc. I think this is going to be a much better season with the type of profile of players that we've brought in. Now, it does still put it in the best 11, but as I was going through the first parts of the season, Kafan was going in straight away every time. On the right-hand side, it was putting Fermin there, and it was left-hand side was a little bit different. So I'm not too worried about locking anybody in again. I think this is just going to play out, and hopefully, again, we don't want to lock anybody in and sort of have them struggle throughout the season. Out of possession, dropping into this 4-1-4-1. Very happy with that. And at the start of the season, it's been playing very well. This is our best start to the season so far. Yeah. It started off a bit ropey, a 0-0 draw against Bournemouth, but defensively, we were solid. Took us a while to get into it.
Yeah.
Manchester City 2-1.
Great result.
Erling Haaland did score.
He scored so early, but then we just locked him out there.
We got in there.
Yeah.
Then it was a 3-1 win against Newcastle. Great start. Fermin, Zaire Emery, Sven Botman. very well. Then Cafane has announced himself in a Newcastle shirt, get himself a hat-trick against Stevenage. I think that could be the difference. I think by the time we get to October time, he might push Voltemata out of the side there. Napoli in the Europa League. We're in Europa League again. Come on, this time round. Victoria Poulsen. We got San Etienne. We've got Ghent. We got this team, which I think is Poland. Yep. Just never going to be able to pronounce it. Finishing things off with Celtic, Valencia, and Djurgårdens. But who else is in there? We've got Brighton, Juve, Manchester United, Napoli, of course, who were already playing in the league phase. I think those are the big guns. Leipzig is another one.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, there's a few in there, and so it's going to be not going to be an easy tournament, easy round to get through. But I think we'll be all right.
Yeah,
I think we've got to be looking at least semi-finals.
Absolutely,
and hopefully some of the big boys will be knocked out.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, so far, I think your sign has been great.
Thank you. I'm not doing bad, am I?
Yeah.
Well, you see, you give me the little tester of the keeper. I've got that out of the way. I got that out of my system now, am I?
Yeah.
So I'm not looking at keepers now. I'm looking elsewhere now. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with the signings I've done. Really.
Yeah, I am too. All right. Well, let's see season number 3. We can have a better season than what we did in season number 2. Well, what a season that is.
Come on.
Premier League champions Newcastle, just a point, but that's all we needed to get above Liverpool. So what a different campaign that is. I mean, in terms of the points last year, 62 to get 87, big step up.
Very good. Only drew 6 games.
Yeah,
there you go.
And considering we didn't make that many changes to the tactic, recruitment was spot on. I think that's got to be said. Recruitment is spot on. 5 losses across the season, 4 of them you expect to happen.
Nearly all 2-1.
All of them were 2-1 other than a tanking against Liverpool.
Yeah.
Cannot be too disappointed with that at all.
No.
Drew 6 games. Again, some of them are very winnable, especially West Ham, who finished bottom of the league with only 17 points.
Bournemouth, 0-0.
2 against Bournemouth as well.
Where did they finish?
In mid-table, 11th place.
That's 2 poor results.
But we can't be too disappointed. We are Premier League champions. 49 goal difference, which is the same as Liverpool as well, especially when Erling Haaland scored 47 goals for Manchester City and they finished in 4th. Wow. So yeah, he got 47 in 34 games. Underneath that's Bukayo Saka with 21. He's got 26 goals more than the next person.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
However, going down, we finally have a couple of names in here. Cafane and Firmine, 15 goals each, which is good. Now, Cafane played, or Cafane, I never really know how it's pronounced. I guess he's Cameroonian, so that's probably Cafane.
Yeah.
33 appearances, 15 goals. I reckon a lot of them were probably off the bench.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, with the amount, I mean, he's got quite a low goal to 90-minute ratio. And Firmine's done really well. I imagine he's played most games starting on the wings or in that centre midfield slot. So I still think that's really good. Assist-wise, Zaire Emery's up there with 12. Alanga's up there with 9. So I still think we're doing really well there too.
Yeah, pleased with that as well.
Well, we got 1 trophy. Do we get a European trophy as well? No. In the final again.
2 seasons in a row.
2 seasons in a row, and it's close again. Mateus Cunha has scored the winner there. I mean, Cafane not starting in this one. It's such a shame.
Yeah.
Mateus Cunha and Ahmad with the goals. Voltemata did score, but yeah, I'm disappointed we haven't managed to get that one over the line. League phase, top that one again. Drew 1 to Napoli, which was the first game, if you remember, and 7 wins after that. Some absolute tankings. We scored 31 goals and only conceded 4. Jesus. Round of 16, Dinamo Bucharest, we beat them 3-1. Quarter-final knocking out Lyon. So some big clubs going out in this round alone with Napoli and Juve. In the semi-final then, we knock out Leipzig 7-5 on aggregate. United knock out Brighton to give us that final, which unfortunately we could not get over the line.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
2 seasons in a row.
What about other competitions, though? We are also the EFL Cup winner as well. We beat Chelsea in that final 1-0. Anthony Elanga with the only goal there, so that's not too bad at all. And in the FA Cup final, Everton are your winners. Being Liverpool, they got revenge. They got their revenge. Quarterfinals where we were eliminated against Liverpool 4-1. A good season.
Yeah.
Premier League champions.
It's got to be, innit?
Huge
winning
season.
the Premier League.
And a Carabao Cup.
And a European final.
Great
season.
Just couldn't quite get the treble over the line. But we got 2 seasons still to play to try and do that. And recruitment so far has been really good. So 27 goals and 13 assists for Cafane. I think that's an excellent signing, Dad. Definitely paid the money back in just the Premier League winners trophy alone. Voltemata, again, a good season. It's the reason why I can't really lock him out.
No,
because he's had a good season, really. But I mean, it's getting better and better, considering obviously he was your season 1 signing. He's been very good. And looking at all of this, in terms of the average rating, like 4 out of the top 5 are one of your signings.
Yeah.
So solid overall.
Pleased with that.
Then we got Lewis Hall, who's still staying at the club, which is great. Sepp Vandenberg, who was a new signing this season. Great average rating. Solid. We've even had Sean Stour, who's played games, come back off loan and played games and done really well. I'm very happy. And we've got 125 with a whopping wage budget for season number 4.
Ooh, wow.
Very interesting.
Yes.
So, season number 4 then. I'm going to have a look and assess maybe we're like somewhere that we need to sort of upgrade or maybe strengthen. But this could be a very interesting transfer window. After an amazing season number 3, our squad was quite full outside of some depth at fullback, so that is my only ask for this summer. Right, then after a good season, I didn't really give you too many requirements.
No.
Just more of a filling in the gaps, really. So, I mean, a lot of this is down to you. Sven Botman has left the club.
Yeah, I mean, I had a good offer coming in for him, to be honest, and I looked at the offer and I thought, well, he's a bit slow now, and he's also fitness.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, well, 29 million, and he wasn't the starting centre back neither.
40 million.
40 million, sorry. He wasn't the starting centre back neither. So I meant to say 29 years of age. But so I thought I'll take that deal to give me. And I had in my head that I could get someone else in that position who could possibly be a bit better than that and then push him for a first team place. So that's what I've done. I got rid of him.
All right, so he has left the club, and the signings that have come in, there's 2 players who could potentially play in that position.
Yes.
Kasper Potolski is the first signing that you made.
So this is the replacement for this guy.
Yeah.
So 21 years of age for the future, really good, and he'll be definitely pushing for the first team place.
Yeah, and he's also got potential to grow.
Yeah.
Resolute personality, he's 6'5", so he's a giant of a player again.
Yeah, so it's like for like, really, you know.
Yeah, because he was only £8 million more.
Yeah, so I thought that was a good deal, really.
We got a good relationship with Leverkusen, There's
they
a couple of signings coming our way, isn't there? Harry Amas, though.
Well, yeah, you said the fullbacks were
We're lacking depth.
Lacking depth. So when I looked at the 2 fullbacks we got either side, I'm thinking to myself, I ain't going to buy a player that's better than the 2 that we've got.
2 very good. Lewis Hall, Tino Livramento, 2 very good.
So I just thought, right, we need a replacement. For when they get injuries and all that. And I thought, I want to buy English. So I just went on the English sort of thing and then found this guy coming through, 22 years of age. And he doesn't look that bad neither, I thought.
No, I like Harry Mas.
I think that's a good... So I didn't spend a lot of money on one replacement, really, on one of our weaknesses.
Yeah.
So that's why I got this guy in.
But then coming in as well, we've got 2 more signings.
Yeah.
For £140 million.
This is where I've been spending the money, yeah.
Christian Mosquera.
Yeah. Now, he can cover the shortage that we got on fullbacks on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
But he's also very good at centre defender.
Cracking centre-back too.
Yeah, so for me, that was a no-brainer. Good sort of signing. Only 25 years of age. I think it was just, no-brainer, like I said, really. Get him in. He can cover 2 positions, run across. I think that strengthens the defence up and strengthens our weakness up in our squad.
Yeah.
All done.
Because although he's a lot of money, he has sell-on value.
Yeah.
He's 25 years of age. He's got a 5-year deal, and he's worth £206 million right now. So, if things don't go right for him, you can always sell him on and try and get some more. Now, this is an interesting one.
Yes.
Nathan Decat coming in midfield.
I was looking around for what I would think where we could be weak as well. And do you know what? I couldn't find a sort of an out-and-out weakness that we had. But all I was looking at was the one position. We only had one, what I would class world-class player, and that was our defensive midfielder with Bruno.
Yeah.
And Bruno's what now, 31?
Yeah, he's coming up to that.
So I just thought, well, I'll just get a guy in to just sort of sit behind Bruno, take over when he's injured, take over when he needs to come off. 21 years of age. I thought Nathan was just an absolute gem to get in for that price.
He looks brilliant.
Yeah.
Does really look brilliant. 21. With potential to grow still. 6'4". Again, you're signing me monsters, which is I like.
Yeah.
£55 million. He only just moved to the Premier League last year from Hoffenheim. Obviously, he's made the Hoffenheim move in real life. £49 million to Fulham. Played the whole season, and you only had to sign him for another $6 million.
I do.
So I think that's a really good signing. Again, I don't think you've missed yet. I don't think you've missed. And you haven't sold anybody. I'm like, I wish you didn't sell him.
Yeah.
The Botman one I seen, I was surprised with. I was like, that's an interesting one. But I think the replacements that you've brought in have been good enough to go, okay, I can see the vision of it. The matchday squad then, sticking obviously with the tactic that we had, you can see the best 11 pick does put Kafane up front. He's suspended in this game, which is a sign that he's played and got a red card.
Yeah.
Interesting. And it looks like Harry Mass will be playing because we got Lewis Hoare getting injured here, and he's been injured for the next 4 days. So we'll see a bit of a starting for Harry Mass at some point. Either way. I think our bench looks really strong, though.
That's the thing in it now. I think
some
we have
big guys in there.
Very strong defence bench now. Yeah.
Yeah. Lewis Miley, of course, played quite a lot last season. He's developed and grown quite nicely in there, so that's good. Voltamada can actually play on the left, which didn't see that coming, but
that's a definite bonus for us, isn't it?
Yeah, if he's going to do it, fair enough. So, yeah, how are we starting this season? Again, we've played some tricky games. We've unfortunately lost and drawn already. We beat Everton in the FA Community Shield, 4-1.
Yep.
Voltamada got a hat-trick in that one, so that's good. 2-0 loss at home, though, to Arsenal. Both Gabriel's scoring.
Yeah, it's a shame, really.
Yeah, so that's a bad one.
It's a disappointing start to the season, I feel. Really,
yeah.
Considering that we're champions.
A 0-0 draw to Aston Villa, away from home. You're like, okay, fair enough. Then a 3-1 win against Manchester City.
Yeah, 3-0.
3-0, sorry, yeah.
2 players being sent off as
well.
2
players getting sent off.
But we got one sent off quite early, yeah. I mean, that could have cost us. That's a major player for us getting sent off, so it could have cost us, but the team the second half, we just took over.
Yeah. And Haaland was actually playing in that game as well. Vincent Kompany is now the manager of Manchester City as well. And we've still managed to do it. So, yeah, interesting start to the season there. Not really giving too much away. It's our first season in the Champions League. We got Villarreal and Inter Milan to kick things off. Roma, so 2 Italian sides. Ghent, Juve, 3 Italian sides. Bayern Munich's going to be a tricky one as well. Ajax away, Slavia Prague away. Considering we won the league, there's some hard games in there.
Ones in there. I mean, there's a few games that we can sort of like think, right, yeah, we could win that game. So I will be disappointed if we don't go through.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know if we can go the whole way, but disappointed if we don't go through.
All right, then. Well, season number 4. So far, so good in this Newcastle rebuild. Last season was definitely a massive step up. Can we continue to stay at that standard? Well, we have absolutely wiped the floor with the league.
Come on.
That is massive. A 15-point gap above Liverpool to lift the Premier League title again with an 81 goal difference. We were untouchable this year.
What a defence. Our defence only conceded 27 goals.
That's insane, isn't it? How well have we done there? Considering obviously we sold Botman.
Yeah.
And you brought in 2 new defenders. What a sight for sore eyes that is to only concede 27 goals. But also to score 108 without really touching the strike force.
Didn't go nowhere near, did we?
That's crazy. 5 losses across the season then. Arsenal both times in there. Ipswich, Liverpool and Tottenham. 5 draws and 28 wins. An unbelievable season. Good stuff. Now, I don't think we're going to get the golden boot. That goes to Erling Haaland. But Nick Voltamada has got 27 and Cavani has got 23 in only 27 games.
Yes.
So again, it's a very good season for both of them. What I like to see is Manzambi's got 12 from midfield.
Yeah.
So Manzambi's still knocking around. The first signing that you made for us there at Newcastle, stealing them from Aston Villa, done very well indeed. The assist-wise, do we have anybody in there? Firmine has topped it with 18. Again, a Season 1 signing. We're dotting around players in this, though. Lewis Hoare, Bruno Guimaraes, and Anthony Elanga. You can see why we scored the most goals this season. Very
Brilliant.
good.
Good season.
Will it be topped off with more trophies, though? That's back-to-back Premier League trophies. Have we got anything else? Newcastle have won the EFL Cup. I think we've done another one as well. So that's 5-3 against Bournemouth. A cracking final for the neutral, by the way. That's unbelievable. But then we have also gone on and won the FA Cup too.
Oh, the treble.
4-0 against Arsenal.
The domestic treble, come on.
They've done us in the league.
Yes.
In both games. We've beaten 4-0 in the final. Lewis Hall and Zambi got 2 and Jacob Ramsey with a 4th has beaten Mikel Arteta's side. Well, absolutely comfortably.
Good use of the squad there, I think.
Very good. Very good indeed. Manzambi's interestingly been playing off that left wing.
I did see that.
Maybe that's why he's scoring quite a lot of the goals. So that's good. But the Champions League, we're not in the final. It's Real Madrid versus PSG. How do we get on? So the league phase, we finished in the top 8, scraped through on that final day. Look.
Ideal.
Knocked Milan into the knockout playoffs. We lost 2 games against Roma and Juve. We drew against Inter Milan. And we won 5 games, beating Bayern Munich as kind of the highlight in there. So that's very good. The round of 16 then, straight away knocked out by Liverpool. They got revenge from last year.
Yeah, that's such a shame, isn't it?
Still think it's a good year. A domestic treble?
Domestic treble. Our fans would be absolutely jumping, wouldn't they?
Dominating the league.
Yeah.
Dominating domestically. I think, we can be absolutely buzzing with that. Now, goals across the whole season. Voltamada with 35, Cavani with 32. And he is probably our best player now. Look at that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Great start to this. Very good. Kasper Podolski is also up there too, so that's really good. But in terms of goals, Manzambi with 19 and 12. Bruno Guimaraes with 12 and 15 is also good. Lewis Miley chipping in with quite a lot.
I'll tell you what, he's the surprise of the squad so far.
He has, hasn't he?
Yeah.
He's really stepped up. Fermin got 20 assists this season. Antti Elanga still knocking around, to be honest, and doing very well. Lewis Hall with 17 assists is a very good sight to see as well. Nathan Decat played 40 times.
Wow.
And looks like, even better. You're looking at for that final season, he's got to be up there as one of our best players by the end of this.
Yeah.
I'm very pleased to see that. Very good signing, Dad. A surprise package for me, £102 million with a huge wage budget. I think in my head I know already what I want from this transfer window. It's just, I don't know whether you're going to be able to deliver it or not.
That's a challenge and a half, isn't it?
Yeah, so we'll see. Let's have a look to see what my transfer requirements are for season number 5. I want to end this challenge off with a bang, so just the one requirement for season number 5. I want Dad to sign me a world-class player for Newcastle United. Right, Dad, a couple of players have left the club. Sean Stour being one of them.
Yeah, I know you was keeping an eye on him, but he just didn't come up to where we wanted him to be, really, so got the money from him and took it.
All right, now, editor, blur out the name at the top before we go across to see the other players that have been sold. Malik Thiaw has gone out for £32 million as well.
Yep.
Another player that's obviously left for quite a lot of money. He was a first-team player.
He was a first-team player. I needed the money. You wanted a world-class player. I didn't have enough, so I had to sell top players. And he was one of the ones that I picked out sort of I felt we could do without in the team.
Okay, well, a player that has come in, Gabriel Meck. I hope this is not my world-class player.
No, it's not. No, I did notice that we were short in depth for both wings, actually. So I looked for a player that could cover both wings. 22 years of age, Brazilian. I just thought he fitted the bill, really. It was a good price to buy him as well, so I got him in. Okay, well, he has joined the club. But our world-class player... Here he is none other than Jude Bellingham. Na 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 na. Hey Jude, get in! What a signing that is! Hey, that's a surprise for you, wasn't it?
That is a surprise.
I didn't think he would come, but he was happy to come.
As
soon as he found out it was Newcastle, I'm there.
My wife's all of a sudden just put in a lovely request of, should we live here for life? Should we move to Newcastle? For £160 million.
Yeah.
Bit of a bargain.
I thought it was a bargain.
What a bargain that is. All right, well, he's already got 3 goals in 4 Premier League appearances already. He's hit the ground running. He's got a player of the match, a 7.68. Remember, this is the first time he's played in the Premier League, which is crazy. So, I mean, I don't really have to change much at all. We are sticking with this. However, there has been a slight tactical tweak. Nathan Decat, is going to go in that defensive midfielder position. I would rather play him there every single game. And I've changed his role to a DLP. He's a better deep line playmaker anyway. And I think with Jude Bellingham probably Manzambi in front of him. Both of those are the type of player who are your leggy midfielders, the one that drives with the ball going forward. Not necessarily the technical tiki-taka or break-up of play type of player, type of midfielder. They're more the well-rounded players. So I felt like having a deep line playmaker in that position.
Sounds good.
Could be a better option.
Yeah.
So by the looks of it then, if we go with the best picks with Nathan Decat in there, it does put Jude there and puts a channel midfielder as Bruno Guimaraes, but I'd imagine the likes of Zaire Emery and of course our Manzambi, the first signing come in, who has been dropped out the left foot, but Voltemada has been playing out there quite a lot with Kafane up front, Fermin on the right hand side. This is basically the team that you have built, Dad, if you're looking at this, obviously with a lot of your new signings coming in outside of Lewis Hall.
Yes.
So there's a new 10 different players in the side, and I definitely think Newcastle fans, after losing Tonali, after losing Anthony Gordon, you're looking at that and going,
not bad. I mean, Bruno's still there as well. So
and Bruno, of course.
So we've still got Bruno as well, which is, when you think of it, was the one player that you said to me in season 1.
Season 1, if offers come in,
we'll take it.
Let him go.
No offers came in for him.
No. Now, Verbruggen is actually the #1 goalkeeper, but he is out injured at the start of the season, as you can see, for the next 2 weeks. And to some extent, Livramento will probably start quite a lot of games at right wing back too.
Yeah.
Let's have a look then at the fixture schedule at the start of the season. We've started off the season very well. We beat Liverpool 4-2. Fantastic stuff. Jude Bellingham got on the score sheet in that one. 7-0 against Bournemouth. Bang.
Great start.
Thanks for coming. See you later. Went to Brighton though. And we pulled off a 95th minute equaliser. So we'll take that. 5-0 against Norwich. Jude Bellingham brace. And a 3-0 against West Ham. Another Jude Bellingham goal in there.
Looks like the defence is playing well.
Yeah, very good stuff.
Goals.
Copenhagen and Atletico Madrid. Then we got PSV Eindhoven, Union Saint-Gilloise, Marseille, Barcelona, Olympiacos, Legia Warsaw in the Champions League.
That's got to be very easy for us.
Yeah, Barcelona is really the only standout one that I think we struggle with. Obviously, Atletico Madrid away.
Sort of like thinking to ourselves, we've got to be one of the favourites for that.
I'd like to think so.
Yeah.
A semi-final would be great.
You don't bring Jude in for nothing, do you?
That's it.
You bring Jude in to win games like that.
Yeah, he has been brought in to win trophies here at Newcastle, and we've been doing that so far. So let's see, season number 5, if we can do that again. Well, season number 5, and we haven't claimed the title.
No.
From 89 points to 79, a big drop-off, and Tottenham Hotspurs took advantage of it.
Disappointed there. Very disappointed. Looks like we lost it near the end of the season by the looks of it.
Yeah, we dropped 3 games there where we dropped points. We lost 9 games in total. Some big losses in there too, if you're looking at the teams around us.
Tottenham beat us twice.
Arsenal and Tottenham, yeah. We did concede the second least amount of goals alongside Chelsea, because Arsenal only conceded 31. But we had the highest goal difference because the amount of goals that we did score. So 94 goals. But all 5 seasons, Erling Haaland has been claiming that golden boot. This season, just 2 behind.
We got close to him.
With Cavani. Very disappointing.
Yeah.
Voltemada got 12 there, so that's not too bad either.
He's done well for us for the 5 seasons. Really,
5 seasons he's been in there. Yeah, he's played 33 games.
I felt he'd have been one of the players I felt you might have wanted me to sell.
Yeah. I didn't really give you that many restrictions on players to sell, to be honest.
It was only Bruno, really, you asked me to sell.
And then Elanga and Joelinton cashing on one of them.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it?
Yeah. The assist-wise then, Florian Wirtz was the most assists. Tino Livramento was the highest Newcastle player here, only with 9. We do have Manzambi in there and Fermin as well. Jude, Elanga and Cafane all there with 6 joint next to each other. Okay, but did we win other trophies? Let's find out. Carabao Cup. Newcastle United have won it. Beating Chelsea in the final, a Voltemada brace and a Gabriel Meck 92nd minute winner. There's the other guy. Channel midfielder Jude Bellingham only has 6.4 in that game. That's disappointing from him. And that is Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea with Harry Kane up front.
That's weird, isn't it?
Well. We meet again. So yeah, an interesting little combination of manager and players there. That is 3 seasons in a row that Newcastle has won the Carabao Cup, so absolutely dominating that. The FA Cup, though, went to Fulham this year with Aston Villa in the final. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret, is that we're doing this the other way around, where Dad is the manager and I'm doing the transfers with Aston Villa. So that one is coming out soon. We thought with the Yuri Tillemans leaving and etc. and all those types of things that are happening, we thought Aston Villa might be another good one to do this with. So expect to see that very soon. Make sure you subscribe so you do not miss it. That'll be a good one. Where do we get to in this FA Cup though? We got past the 5th round, quarter-final stage. Fulham knocked us out 3-0 as well. Wow, they deserve to be in the final and go on and win it. So they beat Palace 5-0 in that and to go on the win in the final. Sean Dyche, what? Sean Dyche's Fulham has just done that. They do have Satpayev, who's very good, but there we go. The big one though, the Champions League. How have we done? Semi-final. It's a semi-final by Bayern Munich. 6-4 in aggregate, and we could have gone on to face Real Madrid, which
that'd have been good, wouldn't it?
With Bellingham would have been unbelievable, wouldn't it? Oh, so disappointing we didn't pick up a European trophy.
No, we didn't. 2
finals and a Champions League semi-final in 5 seasons. Can't believe that. Either way, though, if you want to take over the save game file, I'll make it available for everybody on Patreon or the YouTube channel members, patreon.com/MegaLukeGaming, on the £5 tier. So you get the save game file. Maybe you want to take it on yourself. Maybe you just want it to steal the tactic, because this is an unbelievable team now. So carry on what mine and Dad's legacy has been here at Newcastle. See what you can do with this team across 5 years. For this final season, then, let's have a look at it. Christian Cafane. What a striker that was. 32 goals this season. Very good. 9 assists. Voltemada Kamada with 25, still very good. Jude Bellingham, though, with 19 goals and 12 assists. I asked for a world-class player. You certainly delivered with that. Jude Bellingham was absolutely exceptional.
Yeah, pleased with that one.
Manzambi, 15 and 15. Then we got Bruno Guimaraes, who I'm still shocked is still around. 33 years of age. Fermin, one of the first signings, of course, from season number 1, has done very well. Lewis Hall's chipped in quite well with goals, but maybe not a lot of assists compared to usual. Alanga. I reckon if this was me doing the other way around, Alanga might have been a guy I tried to get rid of very early on.
I did.
Just stuck around?
Just stuck around. I couldn't get anybody to buy him. And it was coming up, wanted. I put him up on the for the list as well. And he was running out of contract. So I had to re-sign him as a contract because I didn't want to lose him because he was playing games for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I did try to sell him quite a few times.
Nathan Decat, though, a very smart signing that was. And look at him now. Obviously, one of our starting midfielders. We locked him in for a reason. He looks unbelievable. But what a signing that was. I mean, £63 million. It's gone up, I think, because of the add-ons, etc. Worth it. Absolutely worth it because he is a talent. And Zaire Emery, I mean, hasn't played that many games in this next season, maybe because of Bruno Guimaraes getting in front of him. I think if it was somebody who was doing it game by game, I'd probably play him over Bruno and use Bruno as like an impact sub instead. But yeah, very good nonetheless. Christian Mosquera has played quite a lot, and I think he's played quite a lot because he can fill in at both centre-back and right-back. Podolski's done well. The growth on him especially, didn't really anticipate him to be that good. Yeah, he's done exceptionally well. So overall, Dad, I don't think there is a signing which I thought was a bad signing. I really don't. I think the only one which was underwhelming was that final season with Gabriel Mech, but even then he turned out to score some important goals.
He scored a winning goal in a couple
and he'd come off the bench quite a lot. 28 games off the bench. But 18.
I knew he wouldn't be a first team player.
Yeah,
I just bought him because that was the amount of money I had left over, and we were weak in those positions squad wise.
Yeah.
So I didn't think it was a bad signing still. So yeah.
Overall, very good. Got to hand it to you.
Out of 10 then?
Out of 10, that's a 9 out of 10 for me.
I'm going to take it
Across
every day
the 5
of the week.
seasons, a 9 out of 10. That was very good. I think a couple of players are still here that maybe shouldn't be, but yeah, 9 out of 10 for me. Very well done. And we brought a lot of trophies because of it to Newcastle. Premier League trophies.
Yeah, 2 of them.
FA Cups and EFL Cups coming out of our ears. Just couldn't quite get the European trophies over the line.
Yeah, that was disappointing. I think that's the only bit that was disappointing about it, really. We didn't get the European trophy, but everything else in the domestic league we've done.
Absolutely.
Pleased with that.
Big thank you once again to Fume. If you've got bad habits such as vaping or smoking, why not check out Fume and help you get out of those bad habits? Of course, they're very fidgety. It's a lot healthy as a replacement compared to smoking and vaping. So thank you very much to them for sponsoring today's video. The link is at the top of the description for them. And of course, thank you for watching. On screen right now is another video that me and Dad have done recently, and I think you'll enjoy it just as much as this one.